Tarver. Fighting out of the blue corner, and now from...
Well, I hope you brought your sunglasses because we're fighting... Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. That punch scores. A perfect counter shot. Nice counter shot. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Catch and shoot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
How about that time counter shot? They blocked the left there. Nice punch. Nice counter shot. Game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. You know the scorecard. Pull it right there. Tarver in some serious trouble. Let's talk about Tarver in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell, sometimes it can...
Here we go for round two. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
That counter shot lands. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can... Whoa, wait a minute! Tarver in some... And Tarver crumbles to the canvas. And he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
I need to see that again. One, two, three, four, five. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe-for-toe, or do they play defense here?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. He just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
Defense is not an option for these two. You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Tarver in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
You're being put down.
Let's get it started in round three. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
There's a counter shot. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. He scores with the counter. Just misses with the right uppercut. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Tarver in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
You know, I've been in fights.
Back at it in round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd.
Oh, my goodness, Johnny! Usyk might go down here. What an upset! Disaster averted. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
A shot from the gods took him out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.
One, number one, there ain't room for two. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top 2, but not number 2. There ain't no room. Boom. Came in clean, not without a broom. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Straight in, more pain, so more gaining. Here I came in, guns blazing, at raving. You get weighed in, been training, sick of waiting. Some failing, not plain sailing, entertaining. Check the ratings, let me out. I don't wanna be caged in. Yeah, I'm ready. Who's next up? Pay attention now, yeah, your best luck. I like to warm up like a few jabs, and then I hit hard like a left hook. My style's unique, not textbook. Step to me, you get yourself messed up. Win or lose, still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Only one, number one, there ain't room for two. There ain't no room. I am the one.
wicked back, aren't they? Okay, we'll let him back into the fight now. That's his round.
That's a terrible round, that is. Come on, let him back in the fight.
tough fight, and he can. Get busy to block the jab.
victory all in my eyes. Enemies only can see my demise. Envision my downfall, it's not in my view. I only look up, I will not be subdued. Can never submit, position is grip. The mission persists like it's built out of bricks. In the gym I
Good evening. We are live from one of the world's most beautiful arenas. This is Falcor Bay. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Introducing first, it's Katie Taylor. She's 165 centimeters tall with a reach of one. Introducing first, it's Katie Taylor. One of the best.
This bout is scheduled.
Usually you don't need. And there's the bell to start round one. She throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Nice counter shot. Misses with the straight left. Through the straight left, but it won't score. Good counter punch. Open air stadium, blazing sun. What do you think about this?
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. Want to cool you down, want to ice you back, want to give you instructions in your head, and want to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
The perfect counter lands. Just missed with that jab. They exchange punches. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. It's all offense all the time. He wasn't ready for that counter. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the clock. And shoot. This fighter is a swarmer. They're like a mosquito that just won't leave you alone, except this mosquito can knock you out with one punch.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee, just pick up and sting you wherever you leave yourself open. That swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
Beautiful counter punch. Left hook doesn't find its target. That left hook missed. How about that time counter shot? No rest for the weary. Two women pretty close halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
It's bombs away. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Punch Clutch counterpunch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, the corner can't be happy with the way things are going for her. There's the bell to start round 3. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. Beautiful counter shot. They are giving us a high-tempo show. Nice counter. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Good counter shot by her. Incredible work rate. Perfect counter shot. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, let's see what the corner has to say. She needs some sort of inspiration, a different game plan, something to turn the... Here we go to the 4th round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
She scores with that counter. Nice counter shot. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that counter shot. The courage on display here is incredible. There's a counter shot. Two fighters are made for one another. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Those counter punches have to hurt. When are we going to see a jab from these two? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And down goes... Wow, let's take another look at that.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
get 1 minute between rounds. This fighter wished it was 10 minutes after being dropped twice in the last round.
They believe...
Time for the 5th round. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not out twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
That counter shot lands. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've been in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
She needs to be careful that she doesn't punch herself out. Right hook just missed. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecard. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Things certainly aren't going her way. She's been on the back foot. She's got to turn the tables.
Needs a knockout without it.
There's the bell to start round 6. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice counter punch right up the middle. She got clipped by that counter. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Good counter punching. Swing and a miss with that hook. She catches and counters. Jab misses. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, she's got to find some answers after being dropped twice in that last round. I don't know if she can do it.
There's always a way back.
And there's the bell for round 7. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs are feeling like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
shot by her. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Nice counter punch. Swing and a miss with that hook. She catches and counters. Straight right just misses. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Straight right just misses. Whoa! Lights out! It's over! This fight is done! Wow, let's take another look at that.
A shot from the gods took her out.
Not many people would have predicted it.